What if I told you that a curious cat left its mark over 800 years ago, and we can still see it today? In the quiet village of Wormleighton, England, the 12th century St. Peter's Church holds a fascinating and unexpected link to the past: cat paw prints embedded in the medieval floor tiles. These accidental impressions give us a glimpse into a moment frozen in time, a reminder that even centuries ago, life was just as unpredictable as it is today. Stick with me as we unravel the story behind these ancient feline footprints and what they tell us about life in medieval England. Before we explore this extraordinary find, take a second to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. By subscribing, you're joining a community of history lovers who dive into stories like this one, and you won't want to miss the incredible content we have lined up. Now, let's dive into the details. St. Peter's Church in Wormleighton dates back to the 12th century, a time when England was a patchwork of feudal lands, knights, and monastic communities. During this period, churches were central to daily life, serving not only as places of worship, but also as hubs for education and community gatherings. It was in this very church, likely during its construction or renovation, that a curious cat left its unmistakable mark. As the story goes, or as we can imagine, freshly molded clay tiles were laid out to dry before being fired in a kiln. These tiles would later form the church's floor, a foundation meant to last centuries. But while these tiles were drying, a cat must have wandered through the workspace, leaving behind a trail of paw prints. To the workers of the time, this may have been a minor annoyance or even a light-hearted moment in their day. But today, these marks are a priceless connection to the medieval world. These paw prints are more than just an amusing curiosity. They remind us of the coexistence of humans and animals in medieval life. Cats in the 12th century weren't just pets, they were invaluable for keeping grain stores and homes free from rodents. They lived alongside humans, sharing their spaces and, evidently, sometimes making an unintended mark on history. The discovery of these prints raises so many questions. Who was the cat? Was it a stray, a beloved companion, or a working mouser? What did the tile maker think when they noticed the prints? And how many other small, unnoticed moments from history have been lost to time? These paw prints are a rare and intimate connection to an otherwise distant past, a glimpse of everyday life that transcends centuries. St. Peter's Church itself is a treasure of medieval architecture, its history enriched by this unexpected and very relatable detail. If you ever find yourself in Wormleighton, visiting this church and seeing these paw prints in person is like stepping into a time machine. It's a reminder that even in the midst of grand historical events, it's the small, accidental moments that make history feel real and personal. If you're fascinated by stories like this one, make sure to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this unique find? Let's start a conversation about how the smallest details can carry the biggest stories.